During the current expedition to the Arctic, scientific researches started when we are approaching the waters near the Arctic Circle, before arriving at any specific ice camps. Scientific researchers conduct continuous and intensive sampling and observation during the whole voyage in order to understand changes occurred in a large part of the polar region. In Bering Sea, scientific researchers lay special emphasis on collecting samples of marine ecosystems. It is important to understand the impacts of global warming on the marine ecology in the Arctic waters. The most significant research in the waters of Canada Basin is to drill and collect sea mud. It helps to understand the history of the ancient ocean and find out the factors that speeds up the melting of ice. Having drilled a hole in the ice, we will go on to drill the seabed at a depth of 2,000 meters below. Sea mud samples at different levels of depth can then be obtained, packed, and sealed with aluminium foil for testing to be taken in laboratories. Accurate measurement of pollution and global warming on Earth can then be made according to the quantity of toxic substances, such as methane and carbon dioxide, contained in the sea mud collected at different depths, representing different ages. This is the master's cabin at the icebreaker. I come here every day to take records of the depth of seawater, the weather conditions, and the geological coordinations at different times. At places of higher latitude north, ice floes can be found everywhere. We have to keep track of nearby polar bears that threatens the safety of researchers. We also need to monitor the activities of researchers on ice floes for necessary support. After sailing for more than 30 days, Shillong has entered the center of the region where rapid changes of Arctic sea ice takes place, the middle of the Canadian basin covered by sea ice. Since the beginning of summer in 2008, dramatic changes have been taking place in this area every day. Within just a few days, the density of sea ice has dropped from 90% to 60%. Scientific researchers are collecting geological samples from deep sea for the study of toxic substances under the seabed. Team member is releasing a balloon for the observation of atmospheric greenhouse gases, ozone in atmosphere, as well as atmospheric parameters. We have taken a lot of water samples from different parts of the ocean for multifarious kinds of researches. With the help of a helicopter, we perform air patrol and identify suitable locations for setting up short-term ice camps during our whole journey. Apart from aerial surveillance of sea ice, helicopter is installed with measuring instrument for obtaining parameters about sea ice coverage. Apart from helicopter surveillance, we also employ airplane to perform underwater observation. Scientific researchers are unloading an underwater glider, which is the world's leading instrument for ocean observation. It is capable to float or dive within a range of 200 meters below the water surface. The glider was installed with sensors to measure the temperature, salinity, and depth of seawater, and sent back such data to Shilong at fixed time. Researchers are conducting deep-sea biological trawling and benthic biological trawling operations for the collection of biological samples. This is the first time for China to conduct a systematic and large-scale collection of benthic organisms in the Arctic by trawling for research purposes. A large number of valuable specimens, including starfish, crabs, and shrimps, were collected. Shilong's voyage to latitude 85 degrees north is record-breaking. According to the information obtained by aerial surveillance of the helicopter sent to latitude 87 degrees north, we found that ponds formed by melted ice and polynya are intertwining. Obviously, ice melting is constantly invading the Arctic.